Hey guys, welcome back to Dribble Theatre. I am Shubham and this is the second episode of Transfer Talks. So without wasting time, let's get started. So guys, today we are going to discuss one of the hot transfer for Barcelona from Juventus Football Club. Any guesses? Who is he?
Oh yes, Miralem Pjanic.
Yes, right. So Abhijit, tell me, what do you think about this transfer overall?
Yeah, Juventus decided to let go of Miralem Pjanic after he made 31 appearances for the club and scored only 3 goals. So noticing his form going down, Juventus decided to let go of Pjanic, but he is arguably one of the best free kick takers from the Europe.
Yes, even after Messi, Miralem Pjanic ranks second for most direct free kick goals. In this transfer deal, Juventus Football Club has asked for a swap deal with Arthur Melo for Miralem Pjanic. But even though he is aged 30 this year, how can Barcelona afford to sign an old player in exchange of a young talent like Arthur Melo?
True, and this question has been raised by many Barcelona fans, and I think we need to clear this thing. Okay, so Barcelona prefers veteran players in this certain position instead of some young players.
That is contradicting to their pursuit of 23 years old signing Lautaro Martinez, isn't it?
Yes, so understand this, okay? Midfield position is something where Miralem Pjanic can handle playmaking very efficiently. And according to Catalonians, veteran player tends to adopt a specific type of play from midfield than younger players do. So I think that's why Barcelona is keen to sign an experienced player in defensive midfielder position than any young talent. But in position like forwards, they tend to go for younger talents because they are faster, they are agile, their stamina is good. So I think that is what is explaining their interest in signing Lautaro Martinez. He is a young talent from Inter Milan.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the case, then why don't Barcelona try to loan him instead of signing him and increasing liabilities since they already have few liabilities like Philippe Coutinho, whom they are trying hard to unload from club this summer due to high wages. What do you think, Abhijit?
Yes, I agree, Shubham. But since this coronavirus pandemic has affected financials of every club, so neither Juventus nor Barcelona wants to involve any cash in this deal. And even Arsenal has rejected the offer to sign Philippe Coutinho on loan for the 10 million euros fee and weekly wages to cover his fees.
Yeah, but even some media reported that after Arthur Melo refused to leave Barcelona, Juventus asked for Nelson Semedo in swap with Miralem Pjanic and Di Cilio. Why that deal turned down by Barcelona?
See, Nelson Semedo has high potential, but Barcelona could not use him nicely in the recent times. So if Barcelona signs Pjanic and Di Cilio, their weekly wages will be twice of value which they are paying to Nelson Semedo right now. Hence it will be a lost deal for Barcelona. Maybe that's why they have turned it down.
Ah, understood. Yeah, even Paris Saint-Germain has shown interest in signing Miralem Pjanic and offered around 60 million euros for the midfielder. But Juventus is looking for valuation of around 86 million euros.
True, but more than Paris, I think Chelsea Football Club was chasing Miralem Pjanic. Can you tell me more about it?
Yes, man. Juventus manager Maurizio Sarri wants to reunite with Jorginho, who is currently playing with Chelsea in a swap deal with Pjanic. But Frank Lampard wants Jorginho to stay at Chelsea.
But why?
Yeah, that's because Chelsea seems to be more concerned with their new current transfer, Hakim Ziyech.
That's interesting, buddy.
Yes, and if we look at Barcelona's midfield, then they have enough players in this position. Right from recently signed Frankie de Jong to experienced veterans like Ivan Rakitic, Sergio Busquets, Arturo Vidal. And by chance, if they sign any left winger in this transfer window, then Antonio Griezmann or Lionel Messi can also play as attacking midfielders or secondary strikers position.
True. Even in the traditional 4-3-3 formation of Barcelona, only one defensive midfielder can be accommodated. So Miralem Pjanic needs to compete with Sergio Busquets, who is handling defensive midfielder position as well as reserve captain position.
Yeah, in other formations such as 4-2-3-1, Barcelona can accommodate two defensive midfielders, in which both Pjanic and Busquets can play. But playing both veterans in presence of young talents like Frankie de Jong will be a question for manager Quique Setien.
Rightly said, buddy. So at the end, this transfer does not seem to be that much important for Barcelona as much as Lautaro Martinez and Neymar Jr. will do.
Yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Keep watching Dribble Theatre and stay updated on more such news. Follow us on Instagram and other social media handles linked down below.
And if you haven't subscribed to Dribble Theatre yet, please hit the subscribe button and why not the bell icon too. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.